Hello, my Paso lovers. Let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. Real estate is an extremely hot topic right now, and that's because the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by the highest amount since 1994 at a 0.75 basis points. What does this mean for buyers, and what does this mean for sellers? Well, the purpose of this video is definitely to help you understand that, and at the end, I'm going to give my opinion on what it means for buyers, what it means for sellers, and possibly where the market is headed. But I want to give you guys numbers for the month of May. That way, in a future video for July, August, we can go ahead and compare the numbers for the month of May to the month of July and August. And that'll give us a way better educated guess, indication as to where the market is headed. And I say educated guess because no matter what knowledgeable realtor, broker, anybody tells you, they cannot predict the market. They do not have a future ball, and they do not know what's going on in the head of every single buyer, every single seller, because at the end of the day, it's all psychology. Hey guys, I'm available 24/7. Always feel free to give me a call. People call me all the time asking me some questions. Even when they have a realtor, they ask me a question, and I completely respect the realtor's relationship with their client. I'm not in the business to steal clients. I'm in the business to help as many people as I can. But let's go ahead and get into it and talk about these numbers for the month of May. All right, so in the month of May, there were 1,306 homes that were available. Now, to put this in perspective, in 2018, there were about 4,000 homes available. In the month of May, 643 of them were new construction and 537 of them were resale homes. There were 814 homes that were closed in the month of May, with 587 being resale and 227 being new construction. Now, many people think that everybody that is winning an offer is paying full cash, but let's go ahead and look at the numbers. 132 closed sales in the month of May were cash. 327 were conventional loans, 137 at the lowest were FHA loans, and 204 were VA loans. So that means that the people winning offers are dominated by conventional and VA loans. But watch this, between $200,000 and $300,000, there were more VA loans accepted than conventional. Now given it was a one difference, 124 VA loans and 123 conventional, but El Paso is extremely dominated by a military presence, and apparently between the $200,000 and $300,000 range, that's the most popular for the military presence. Get into the zip codes. So this is important because you want to know how many options do I have available in certain zip codes. Because if you're going for a zip code that doesn't have a lot of options, you better believe there's going to be more competition there, depending on how desirable that location is. But if you go for a zip code with some desirable homes with a lot of options, you might have some less competition. The 79938, and that's going to be far east El Paso in some new development areas, had the highest amount of sales at 174. Now given this includes some new construction. The 79928, also including new construction, had 160 sales in the month of May. And then it goes to the 79932, which is far west El Paso, at 36 closed sales. 79915, right below Cielo Vista Mall, right below the East El Paso, traditional East El Paso, had 15 closed sales. The 79927, a part of Socorro, 67 closed sales. The 79911, that's a very desirable part of West Side El Paso, and that was at 32 closed sales. The 79930, so this one's a bit more competitive, part of Central El Paso, had 14 closed sales. 79912, a common area of West Side, 74 closed sales. Northeast El Paso, 79904, 24. 79902, 7 sales, so that's definitely competitive. 79936, also a part of East Side El Paso, 55 closed sales. 79907, 18 closed sales. 79935, this is an area that a lot of people like to buy homes in because it has many desirable neighborhoods, quiet, close to some parks. It had 6 closed sales. So if you're trying to buy a home in this zip code, you might have some trouble with competition because there are not many options that come available every month. The 79924, that's also a part of Northeast El Paso, 45 closed sales. The 25, also a very desirable neighborhood, 17 closed sales. And the 79905 had 5 closed sales. So right there you could see which areas have most competition and least competition. The average price per square foot. In the month of May, it ranged between $136 a square foot to $139 a square foot. Now, this is just an average. There are some very unique homes that sell at possibly $70, $99 a square foot. Those are most definitely complete fixer-uppers, possibly burnt homes. There are some homes that sell at $119 a square foot. And this is going to depend on the size of the home, the location of the home. Because there are some homes that sell at $170 a square foot. A lot of homes in the 79911 zip code. Custom built homes, $250 a square foot. And some homes in the month of May sold at $300 a square foot, and the highest one sold at $502 a square foot. So you definitely need to be working with a knowledgeable realtor. That way they know that the offers you're making should be around a certain price per square foot, depending on the size of the home and the location of the home, because every home is different. Now, was the market still competitive in the month of May? How many homes sold over asking price? 102.3% of homes sold over asking price in the month of May. Now, we talked about the zip codes that are the most competitive. Now, what price range are the majority of people trying to buy a home in? Well, watch this. 10 homes sold below 99,000. 219 homes sold between 100 and 200,000, with the majority of those offers accepted being full cash offers. 355 homes sold between 200 and 300,000. So most definitely between 2 and 300,000, that's the most desirable price range in El Paso. 138 sold between 3 and 400,000, 52 between 4 and 500,000, 18 between 5 and 600,000, and then we get to 600 through 700,000, which is 11 sales, and 750 to $1 million, 6 sales, and 5 sales between $1 million to $1.5 million. Cash, again, was mostly used for 100 to 200,000, and then 31 sales between 200 and 300,000 were also all cash offers. So guys, I definitely hope that these numbers help you get an idea of how competitive the market was in the month of May, and we're going to compare these numbers to numbers in the later months in July and August. That way we can see, where is the market headed? Is it cooling down, or are these list over asking price, the amount of homes sold, the available inventory, are they still the same? Something else to take into consideration is the absorption rate. There might be a lot of options available in, for example, the 79938, but something we didn't know is how fast are those homes going? Because if there's so many options, but the absorption rate is also high, then it's still a very competitive area, regardless of the amount of options. What does this mean for you as a buyer? Well, number one, you're going to be paying a higher interest rate. However, you can marry the home, but you do not have to marry the interest rate. You can always refinance, and you're especially in a good position if you plan on this being your permanent home, or at least a home that you plan on staying here for more than 5 years. Also, the buyers that were borderline got weeded out because of these rising interest rates. Remember, every 1% of interest rate increase loses 10% of your buying power. If you wanted a $300,000 home, the interest rate went up 1%, you are at a $270,000 home now. That's your max budget. Now, those serious buyers that are left behind, they're still going to be competing, but because there's less competition, you might not have to put so much cash up front. You might not have to pay for the title policy, the survey. Yeah, you're going to be competing, paying a little bit over asking price, paying a higher interest rate, but less cash up front and less going above asking by a crazy amount. And you also aren't going to be submitting these appraisal waivers that say you'll cover the difference if the home doesn't appraise. Now, this isn't immediate yet. I haven't seen every single home see this, but there are already some homes that are not priced correctly, possibly overpriced, that are offering buyers closing costs. So that gets me into you as a seller. What does this mean for you? It means that you better be hiring a knowledgeable realtor that prices your home correctly, markets it correctly, and exposes it to enough buyers, and is willing to put the work in and reaches out to those buyers agents again and again until they get your home sold for top dollar. You can't just put your home on the market for what you want it to sell for. You have to put it on the market for the fair market value, maybe even a little bit below. That's a good strategy. That way you can intrigue all those serious buyers in the market. If not, your home might sit. In the coming months, it's also possible that even with your realtor doing their best efforts, the home might sit for a little bit. So you're going to have to get pretty creative if the market continues to soften in order to get your home sold. Something to keep in mind though is that inventory is still low. So inventory is still low, there's still going to be competition, but since there's less buyers, inventory is going to be creeping up. There will be more options to choose from, and then all these factors I talked about will come into play. Guys, if you have any questions, if you're confused on something that I tried to explain, please give me a call. I would love to explain it to you. Even if you already have a realtor, I'm not going to try to steal you from them. I'm just in this to help you. So if you want some more clarification, feel free to give me a call. I answer my phone all the time. And once again, thank you for watching my videos. Like, subscribe, and turn on that bell. That way you don't miss out on any beautiful homes I record and any knowledgeable information, especially like the video I'm going to be posting in 2 months or so.